Movement. Gotta be up. Gotta be up.
My feet moving. Oh, I'm getting out of bed. I'm getting out of bed.
Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, Bob and Brad world. We're going live.
Here it is.
Yep.
Bob and Brad, we're ready to
right.
exercise.
Join us. Hi, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together, we're the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
And our opinion, of course.
Today, Brad, we're going to talk about a core, belly, butt, and thigh workout using your bed. We're taking away all your excuses. There's no way you can say, I don't have any equipment.
Right.
So, I mean, I would say 99% of the population has a bed. So,
or some form of bed or something that'll work.
That's right. So that's all the equipment you're going to need. And this actually works surprisingly well.
It is amazing.
So we're going to do this the same way we do all of our live shows. We're going to start off doing the actual exercises. And then after we're done, we're going to do a Q&A, as they call it, question and answer. So make sure you put your questions in the comments, either on YouTube or Facebook. And by the way, which brings me to the next point.
Yes.
If you haven't already subscribed to us on YouTube, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, and pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, if you haven't already, go over to the Facebook and like us, because Brad and I, it's really sad. As children, we're not liked. We were bullied. We were picked on, and we're trying to turn things around. And we're doing it, right, Brad?
Yeah. Someday we're going to get in trouble for that, Bob.
I don't know why, but we may. All right, so let's start off. You need a bed, and I may hold on to the bed while Brad's doing his, and he may hold on just to make sure, because this isn't actually a bed, obviously. So, all right, so Brad, I'm starting off. We're going to do a warm-up first.
Oh, right.
So, you just want to jog in place, or, maybe with some jumping jacks. Yep, there you go, Brad. Have you seen these, Brad? These are one-legged jacks. Like this.
Oh, yeah. Then you get a little more hip flexion. Actually, I like that.
Things are warming up. So, yeah. I don't have to pay for that song.
Right.
So,
be careful.
Yeah, don't use me doing any cover music here.
If you need both feet on the ground because, your balance is, you work something like this. Some mini squats to get going.
Okay, we got about 15 exercises, so let's get started, Brad. I'm going to be the first one, hip flexion. So the big thing is you want to make sure you're not up like this, you're not down like this, you're right in the middle. You're working on your core here. Sure. Just by putting yourself in this position, you're working on your core. Now, right away, Brad takes away my support and walks away.
Yeah, but look at this. I wanted to show how nice and straight his back is. So we're going to attempt to do that on all of our. Yeah, that won't slide, Bob.
Yeah, well, it slid a little bit when you left. That would be a good film with a little malfunction.
Well, this is
equipment malfunction. So, all right, next one is mine yet too, Brad.
Ooh.
Next one, I'm going to go ahead and do burpees.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't like going burpees all the way down to the floor.
Right.
You want to make sure you're holding on this one.
I've got it, Bob.
So, you're going down like this.
The infamous bed burpee. There you go. They'll get your heart rate up.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, you should have the camera from this view, Bob. That'd really get everyone a kick. Is it my turn yet?
I would scare little children, Brad.
Maybe. Hip. Can I do mine?
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Okay. Hip abduction. So we're going to get that. I'm going to see if I can maintain a straight line there. And I'm going to go out to the side.
There you go. Yep, there you go. And he's got good posture.
Oh, I gotta.
Now you feel this working your core, don't you, Brad?
Oh yeah, you got to tighten up your stomach muscles to maintain that posture. If I'm like this, not so much, but much more like this. Of course, we're going to work both legs. If you do only one leg, you walk around in circles, Bob, and we'll have none of that.
That's right.
Okay, next one. This is one of my favorites. Not this one, but this one.
This one's to get your heart rate up too. Again, is the mountain climbers.
All right. So it's here, here, here. Here, and if you feel like you need more, you can pick up the speed, just like a choo-choo train.
I think I can. He's going up the hill.
Oh, and it gets to be fun, and it will get your heart rate up.
All right, nice job, Brad.
Make sure you breathe on all your exercises.
All right, next one again. I'm going to get my body in the right position, get my core straight.
Yeah.
And now we're going to work buttocks. You're going to bend the leg and then push up like this.
There you go.
2, 3.
Good job, Bob.
4.
Keeping a good
5,
posture.
6, 7.
It looks like you're kicking
8.
Bonaparte right
I
in the
do.
head.
I am kicking them.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it. We're bone apart.
Yeah, it'd be like the karate kick.
3,
Wow.
4, which is going to lead me to the next one, actually.
Your butt's getting too high.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I got to coach you. There you go.
7.
This is not easy one, is it?
9, 10. Yeah, it's starting to work. Okay, now this one, you actually are going to do some back kicks here. I'm like this, and I'm going to go kick.
Whoa.
Kick.
Now, if Bob wasn't talking, he would be breathing. Every time you kick, you breathe out. Exhale in, breathe out on the kick. There you go. Nice work, Bob.
Well,
just make sure your wife's not behind you.
That's right. Or husband, or beloved one, or pet.
Yeah.
Because I could see the dog coming up to say hi to his owner and give a little kick in the snout.
That's why you got to look where you're kicking. It's always important.
Okay. All right, Brad, your next one, you're back to the bed. Yeah, there you go. You got it ahead of me.
Then we're just going to keep the leg straight. So it's not a floppy kick. It's try and keep that leg straight. And that needs a lot of core. That requires a lot of core in there. Plus, we're working your hip. Get some tricep work out there. Make sure you do both legs.
Your voice is fading, Brad.
Well, Bob, I'm getting tired. This is a tough one because if you have shoulder issues, you may want to.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad. You have a little bit of a shoulder issue. Yeah, that is another way to do it.
Like this,
absolutely.
This would be the beginner way, or the way for me. I would do it because my shoulders are a little touchy right now.
And now you can do circles too, Brad.
Oh yeah, circles. So.
See, and you can go in both directions if you want.
I'm going to show from the front, Bob.
Sure.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool shot there, Brad.
Yeah, we like to give our viewers a full.
I don't know what to say about this one. This is almost it's a family show.
Yeah, it's necessary to get the.
All right, our next one, we're going to do actually on my side. This is one you could go on your elbow too, but I'm going to be on my side like this, and I'm doing hip abduction. This is hard because this one's actually working almost harder than this one, Brad.
Yep.
I've actually lost my balance there for a bit.
If you've got a Trendelenburg gait where you kind of walk like this a little bit, this is going to help that.
Yeah, this is not as easy as it looks if it does look easy.
Now, you could probably go down to your elbow to make it a little easier for some people.
I think it might be harder. That's harder to get, Brad.
It is.
Oh, my God, it's harder.
Oh, that's right, because you're going at an angle more.
No, this one's working hard.
You're sounding like an old man.
I know. All right, next one, Brad. Actually, the same one in this position. I'm dipping down like this, and I'm dipping up. This is just working core here.
Now, I'm going to, warn some people if there's some back issues.
Be careful with this one.
If you have spondylolisthesis, I guarantee you don't do this one because I've got it, and I won't even touch this one because I know it'll be sore for 3 days afterwards.
And you can do this on your elbow too.
There you go.
And you can obviously do it on both sides to level yourself out.
So the idea is to go through these and pick out the ones that work good for you. Is that correct,
Brad? That's exactly right, Brad.
Some of them may not be for you, but we got 16 of them. If you can get half of them, you're going to get a good workout that you like.
Throw them into the mix, whichever ones you like. So, what your next one is, Brad?
Can I go next?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to go here. We're going to take the left knee and go to the right shoulder. Is that correct, Bob? And
go on to the opposite shoulder.
Now, for those people who do have spondylolisthesis, this one feels really good. It's a nice one. Core exercise.
That's what I thought.
Flexion.
That's why I picked it out for you.
Thanks, Bob.
But unfortunately, though, with your bad shoulder, you can't really do the next one, which is the same one. He's in this position like this, and again, knee to the opposite shoulder.
Yeah, so that puts a little bit of stress on that shoulder. Mine's sore from swimming too much lately,
I'm going to see if I can do it this way.
From being 55.
This actually is a little easier on the shoulder, but again, I won't do this one if you have shoulder difficulties.
Right.
It just doesn't feel that good. All right, this one now, we're doing side hip adduction, the inner thigh. So I'm going like this. 3, 4. And again, what's really interesting about this, Brad, is this one in the inner thigh is working harder than this one.
Yeah, I was kind of actually thinking the same thing. I was like, maybe I should try it just to feel. I don't like to do that one.
Yeah, that one's hard on your back.
Yeah.
So same thing. On my side here, this one, the one that's stationary, is actually the one working harder.
Sure. Yep.
So
good exercises, Bob. These are nice.
Okay. Next one, Brad, is I forgot what it is. Straight legs. front, straight leg raise each leg. So I'm just like this. I'm just lifting up like this, straight leg raise. We haven't done this one yet. We did this way,
sure,
but we didn't do straight leg raise.
Yeah. So this is really focusing on that gluteus maximus, get that buttocks muscle working good.
And again, interestingly enough, the leg that's down below is also working. Sure, they're both working. I'm actually working my calf muscle right now pretty good. So, all right, Brad's going to finish up with just a calf raise.
All right, let me get over here so they can see this. There we go. So we want to assume this position, a nice straight position, and all the way down, you little stretch on the calf, and we're going to work all the way up and back and forth like this. Now, if you can do 15, 20 of these, and it feels like, oh, it's too easy, pick one leg up and just do it on one leg, and that'll double the amount of intensity on that leg, and I can certainly feel it. There we go. Oh, yeah, starting to get a little burn now. Oh, Bob, how's we doing back there? Anybody have some questions, or are you falling asleep?
Everybody's just complimenting.
Oh, that's nice. Anyways, thanks for watching and putting up with us. We're having fun. Anyways, that's the most important.
Here we got a good one.
Okay.
How do you get rid of knee scar tissue after arthroscopy?
Oh, good.
So this is a good one. So I'm going to sit right up here because you want to be fairly close to you. So after you're going to have the scar. Oh, thank you, Brad. And actually it's going to be kind of often hard and a little bit lumpy.
Right.
So and you want to make sure again that everything's healed, and you're not doing this earlier on because you could break the scar open if you was within a couple of weeks of the surgery.
It's a good idea. Talk to the surgeon or the assistant or nurse. Say,
is it okay if I can do some massage across it? So what we do is cross fiber massage across it. You can put one finger on top of the other, or just take one finger and just go right across it like this. And that's usually how I start, working my way down the scar. But then you can also work it in different directions.
Sure.
You can do circles. Yep. You can do hold with one and pull with the other. But you're just going to work all the way along that scar. And you're going to be amazed at how you can soften up that scar. I don't think I've ever seen a scar that hasn't worked. It doesn't work.
And you got to get pretty deep with this.
Oh, yeah. We're not just doing on the surface. We're hitting it pretty deep.
Right.
We're breaking it up.
I've had some total knee with some long incisions that looked like they were never going to look like anything nice. And we did this just for a few days, and it was amazing.
You'll have good success with this. So, all right, Lonnie, you have any questions? I'll take a look over here, Brad.
No questions.
No questions.
Maybe we're not. No one's watching us today, Bob. I don't get it.
Yours are hibernating.
Hibernating. Well, it is.
Someone was asking how do you fix a broken heart?
We're working on that, But when we get the answer, we're gonna wait for a certain day and just maybe Valentine's Day we can publish that. We'll see how that works out.
Somebody answered before when you took off your shirt. You fixed her broken heart.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. Someone had a laminectomy.
Okay.
Alex, dissecting a bulging disc, L5, S1, no fusion, almost 3 months ago, but he's getting hip and tailbone ache. Is that normal with the recent surgery? What should I do? Again, I'm guessing the hip and tailbone pain is still coming from the back. So, I mean, as quickly as you can, or as soon as you are allowed, I would like to see you doing some type of movement with the back.
Sure.
I mean, if it's allowed, if your doctor says I can start doing exercise, but one of them, can we turn this the other way, Brad?
Sure.
So, one just simple one to start getting some movement is just go ahead and down. And this is just the most basic one. And you lay down flat on your back, and you can just start gently moving your hips back and forth like this. And this is a great one to do. You can do it every hour if you want. And just start getting some movement in there. Just gentle motion. Eventually, you're going to want to probably do some lumbar stabilization exercises. We've got plenty of videos on that. In fact, I was going to do one on cervical stabilization exercises next week. That was one of the ones I had on the list. But just you want to start getting movement in there. And I'm guessing it is coming from your back. And I have seen it before. And generally, the more you can get it moving, the better. Lonnie, still nobody on Facebook. Boy, Facebook let us down today, Brad. You got anything over on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm looking. I've got some.
Brad's got something. So until then, I'll do a normal comedy act. So
The best way to avoid limping with walking after an acetabular and pelvic fracture. So I'm thinking we may have some Trendelenburg
Yeah.
type of a limp.
yeah, what's happening probably if you're limping after a fracture of your acetabulum, or where else was it, Brad?
Pelvic fracture.
Pelvic fracture. Your muscles probably got weak after that, and you need to strengthen, especially the hip abductors. And actually today we were doing some of those, but you can start off with just, standing behind a chair and working it this way, keeping the toe straight forward. And you want to work both sides. So you're going to work the other side also. And then eventually you can try to get down to the point where you're doing it against gravity. These are a lot harder. So now you're going to go ahead and work up this way. Again, toe straight forward. And the more you can strengthen that hip, the better off, the less you're going to have limping with that. You can also do clam shells. You can go like this and work on the external rotators of the hip.
Sure. Yep.
So
like what we're doing on the bed, that'd probably be the next step up, a little more aggressive.
yeah, a little more aggressive.
Sure.
And then, if you want to use the wall anchor, that would be a whole different story in itself. But,
Right. Yeah.
So do you have any more questions, Brad?
Well,
We can make it a short day here too.
yeah. I see Sue Sung said she couldn't find us on Facebook, not live. So maybe that's why we're not getting any questions.
It's live. It says
It's going?
It's
Yeah.
Bob. It's Bob and Brad on Facebook, by the way. And if you're on Facebook, our channel on YouTube is Physical Therapy Video. So but if you type in Bob and Brad, we'll come up. So
Alex said,
yeah,
the one we just answered,
Yeah.
he just responded. He said he's been watching us since we've had 10,000 subscribers.
wow.
It's
Somebody
been a
just put
while.
another
Oh,
comment
my
up.
goodness. Donna,
What's Donna saying?
are the majority of exercises safe to do for those who have osteoporosis?
I don't know if you were talking about the ones we were doing today. And yeah, if you have osteoporosis, I would say most of those, as long as you weren't doing I'd be careful with the ones that were high impact.
Right.
But
the ones where are difficult. She also has a rheumatoid arthritis and lupus. So
yeah, that gets harder then.
you have to do them, start out very simple. If they feel uncomfortable, just don't do them.
Yeah, if they're flaring up your symptoms right away when you're doing it, you can't do them.
Right,
And
right.
that's a lot going on there you
Right.
have. So you're going to want to probably start that. I would guess that whole exercise genre is probably a little bit too aggressive for that.
Right.
I mean, I would start off with more basic ones.
Yeah, unless you have a background of being pretty physical, and then this happens, so you can
Right.
relate back to how to modify things. But if modification of these isn't coming right to you, then you might want to
Sure.
look for something else.
I see new questions popping
Oh.
up there, Brad.
Yep.
So they're coming alive now. We were starting off slow, but Brad has trouble reading though. He reads at a second grade level, and so
No, third.
third grade level. But he's improving. He's getting better. So,
Well, I'm trying to answer them as I read them, but
Brad, you have to read them out loud. People can't hear what you're reading.
how to modify these for joint hypermobility? That's come up a number of times, here,
Yeah.
but this is kind of a hard one to answer.
Well, with joint hypermobility, you don't want to ever put your joints in those positions where they're going to be like knees. You want to keep them always slightly bent so they're not back like this. And you wouldn't want to do those shoulder ones where you're leaning like this. That would just be hard on the joints. I apologize, but I would not think any of the exercises we did today would be good for people with joint hypermobility. It's just you're too often putting stresses on
Right.
joints.
Particularly, these.
Right.
That's really, it's putting the joint close to end range, and it's
Yeah, you'd probably be fine on the front ones.
right.
Yeah,
Good point, Bob.
those would be fine.
Right.
But on the side or even the back ones, I wouldn't feel comfortable with those.
Right.
So joint hypermobility is kind of a bugger. I mean, the only thing you can do with it is you got to try to strengthen the muscles around them as much as possible to protect yourself. There's not much else you can do. Well, Brad, if you have one more, we'll take one more. Otherwise, let's call her.
Okay. Any advice for not irritating nerves in the neck when trying to do squats? That's all about pretty much posture, I would have to say.
Yeah.
Huh?
Any advice? The question was, is there any advice for not irritating the nerves in the neck while doing squats? It's hard because your arms are up like this, And it actually, I know how he feels. It's easy to put stress on the neck while you're doing squats.
I guess we're assuming that he's doing it with a
bar.
barbell and the weight behind the shoulders. But yeah, and if you're just doing squats without the weights, and I mean maybe for that it's keeping everything straight. And
I'm guessing there's a bar involved, don't you?
Probably.
And I don't know how heavy a lifter you are, but it would actually probably be better to have like heavy dumbbells,
right?
Or using a machine like doing a leg press.
But this is a good technique to make sure your squats are doing with good body mechanics. My head's touching, my butt's touching, and it's in my shoulders. Those 3 points, and that's a good way to train for good mechanics, and that should help the back.
Right before I do the squats, the other thing I would do is I would do some chin tucks.
Sure.
And I would also do some extensions. Do some really stretching back like this right before you do the squats, then get in position and see if that helps decrease some of the pain, because quite often you might have had kind of bad posture throughout the day, and then when you put the bar on there, it enhances it. So make sure, again, chin tucks, do 10 of them, and then 10 neck extensions as far back as you can go to get yourself ready for the squats. I hope that helps. Anything else, Brad? We're going to call her?
Yep, we're going to call her back.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll go live again next week. Thanks.